tailgate to the end zones, and you gotta think this will be a little contentious. Welcome to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Demon Deacons will kick it off to get us underway. Here's the return from inside his 10. He's got great speed, and the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So NC State's offense will have first crack at this one. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Anderson. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
The run to the left. Finding an escape route. Powers through the defender. Let's talk for a second about NC State. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time four-star running back get a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
He'll keep it himself. Crosses the 30. He's got away. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? You've seen him tote the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility.
And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
They'll send the back in motion. They'll start this drive going to the air. Dances away. He's got him. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Hey, if you're the defensive coordinator, you might want to start thinking about spying this QB because of his speed and athleticism. He just showed you how he can hurt you getting out on the perimeter and then throwing. If you've got somebody athletic that can go sideline to sideline, that might be a good move moving forward.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Pulls it in, it's Carney. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll run this play from the pistol. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. Touchdown, Wake! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. And some room to work. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Bailey. Got his man. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. To the air on first down. On the run, fires downfield. That's reeled in. It's Anderson. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure coming. He's got the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers, it freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run, and then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Give to the running back. Runs through the tackle. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Second down, he'll throw it. Buys a little extra time. On his feet at the 40. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Wake Forest has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The pull and throw off the RPO. Just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it and gets to the 27. And the Demon Deacons in a good spot here with second and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed it. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. The Demon Deacons come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Takes it from the gun on third down. Hauls it in. There he goes. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Third down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, third and short, now set up in a first and goal situation.
And the Demon Deacons will try to punch it in on first and goal. Gonna look downfield again. Touchdown, Wake Forest. Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on for this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They are in serious need of putting together a scoring drive right here, down 14-0. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy. He can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass, it's Bailey. Makes the catch. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. Looking to throw for it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's look. He's into the open down the middle. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Wake. The defense putting points on the board. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Great place to start for this offense. Hand off from the shotgun. And that ball is live in the backfield. Defense has it. They're on the move. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Damon Deeks. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And how about this defense, man? They just keep making plays. Another forced turnover and another touchdown, man. They don't just scoop these fumbles up. They're scooping them up with the intent to score. Their second fumble return for a touchdown today.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, heading to the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Wilson to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Turning it on. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. To the air on second down. He'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Boston. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Fires to the middle. He's got it. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. NC State on the move, set up with another first down. They'll give it to the back. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I think the offensive coordinators are there going, thank goodness we don't play them anymore. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game now. Right, like got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
Can't hang on to the ball. He had it right in his chest, and it'll be 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The Demon Deacons can really attack on this 2nd and short. Sweet cut there. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got the first down and more. Oh, and what a move. What a juke. And he makes it past the marker. And the Demon Deacons will snap it on 1st and 10. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying play action. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. Open space at the 25. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Dropping back, it's Bailey. Got it in the middle, it's Boston. Gets it out to the 21, and that's not enough to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Punt is on its way. Makes the catch at the 30. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Got his man down the middle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Demon Deacons want to move quickly. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Across the 35. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Motion from the wideout. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Wake Forest.
On the double.
They'll open the second half with a run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Got to first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Pulls it and fires to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and routing.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. And the Demon Deacons line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got enough for the first down and wants more. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this.
Breaks into the open. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Here we go.
NC State, after that explosive run, might go right back to the well. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to throw. It's Bailey. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. give on the inside. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Gibson. Headed to the end zone. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. A first down run on the doorstep. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively. It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernails. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
We've come to the break, and it's Wake Forest holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Right back to the well. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? The Demon Deacons are on the move. The give to the tailback. Oh, he's got some space.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. And the Demon Deacons back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Takes the handoff. It's Carney.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Gets it out quickly. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6. The Demon Deacons started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Wake Forest! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. The give on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Quarterback keeper. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Demon Deacons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he'll be tackled, and that'll bring us to the end of the game. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Yellow Jackets will kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So North Carolina's offense will take the field first. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week, because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And that's the first sack of the day, but I'll tell you what, this team has been doing it so far throughout the season. They're in the top 10 in sacks for a reason. They pin their ears back, and they get after quarterbacks.
Lopez wants to fire. That's caught. It's Taylor. And he's wrestled to the ground. So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And the Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So Georgia Tech's offense has the ball for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
Here comes the heat. Snagged in the middle. It's Johnson. Across the 25. He's got room. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!